Hey everyone, Deborah with Pinching Pesos here, and it's time for They Paid What? Sales update video. It was slow. It was real bad this week. I can't blame my customers because I may have put up like 200 new listings in the past 6 weeks, but they were 200 listings of long tail items. I'm gonna stop calling it crap. It was crap. So anywho, off to the sales. Um, it was really measly, guys. $130 this week, all smalls, because I don't actually even have anything big right now in my store. There are like 10 things that have a value, um, closer to the $50 range, and everything else is really small. So let's just get started. So, alright, so first thing was a replacement Senseo tank. I have a whole bunch of these because I've been like hoarding them because I kept finding units without the tank. That doesn't mean anything because I totally sell them without the tank. I sell them as just the base only with no pieces, and I sell them for $40. I do sell them $40 like free shipping. I'll do $49.95 free shipping, and ship them Smart Post. So it's fairly inexpensive to do that. But I was hoarding the tanks because I was like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna test the machines? If I don't have water tank. And then now I have like 7. So I started selling some. $9.95. Normally the machines cost me like $5.99. So if you really think about it, and you had a whole unit and it had all the pieces, um, I'm still sleepy. I need to wake up. I should have done this video later in the day. Anyway, if you have the machine and it has all the pieces, essentially, let's just say on your roughest day, you sell the base for $40 free shipping. So essentially, $12, $10 in shipping, and you made, $18. Okay, $15. Okay. And then you sell the water tank. So now you're at 25 because that's 10. And you sell the 2 pod holders. And you can sell each one of those for like, $10. So then now you're up to 45. And then you sell like the drip tray. And you can sell the little actual reservoir drip tray part separate from the actual metal drip tray. But if you wanted to sell them together, let's just say $10. Okay, so now you're up to 55. And you can sell the spout if you wanted to, but spouts are a really really slow sell. These are the spouts. I wouldn't even worry about it. I don't sell spouts. So essentially, you're up to almost $50 on your machine that you paid, and that's $50 after fees. So $45 after fees, whatever, $40 after fees on your machine that you paid $6 for. Anyway, that's how parting out works. Let me wake up. Okay, so then I have this little hopper for the coffee bean grinder. And Jake and I were talking about it. These burr machines, the ones that actually go down in and they grind inside, are much more valuable than the ones that have the little blades that just spin. Keep an eye out because he was showing me one that looked like a pepper mill. Like, it was a cylinder and it had like a crank on the top. Some of those were selling for an excessive amount of money. So now I have a new bolo to look out for when I'm at the store because I'm pretty sure. That's like being a little bit pregnant. I'm pretty sure. That I've passed them at the store. So, anyway, next up. Okay, so I can't sell this DVD on Amazon. I can sell some DVDs because I was grandfathered in to sell some DVDs. This one came up as one that I could not sell. So I went ahead and actually took a best offer on this one of like $18. I'm not even sure if I can count this as my sales because this person didn't even pay. They have like 7 feedback, so I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt that, they're not a heavy user, so maybe they need some more time. They're being too slow. I want my money. Okay, so I bought these at Goodwill. They were Target clearance, and I bought them a long time ago. I had bought them to send to Amazon, but the packaging, whatever plastic they used for this packaging, just kind of like deteriorates. It tears, it gets fragile. And so a lot of the ones that I had like a tear in the corner, or the seam had separated. Inside the product's perfectly fine, but the packaging just looked like crap. So I've had these sitting in a bag for a really long time, and I think I have 9. And so I decided to go ahead and list them since I was doing my list it or forget it challenge, and I came upon the bag. So these got listed, and they actually sold right away. I think they sold in like 2 days. So I paid 99 cents for each one, so that's $3, and I sold them for $29.95. And you can see that's around about the going rate. This is one refill, $17.99. This is one, $12.89. So I sold 3 for $29.95. I was just trying to get rid of them. I've had them for a pretty long time. So I had bought one of these confection Cuisinart bread makers, and I broke it by accident. I had it in my car for a really long time, and I didn't notice the you know, the little bar that comes down on your trunk, that when it closes, you know, the black, you know. Well, one of those little bars like squeezed on the top of the machine, like right here, and broke the glass and dented it, so I couldn't even sell it as a whole unit, which I was actually planning to do, because they sell for a decent amount of money if you're willing to wait. So I parted it out. Previously, you've seen I sold the basket, and I also sold the book. And this lady left me a feedback. This lady left me my very first 2-lined feedback. Let me see if I can get to it. Look, she left a feedback, and then she followed up with additional feedback. I've never seen that before. Like, that was very nice. So, yeah, it says safe packaging, because I actually put it in a box. I know a lot of people that would have put it in a poly mailer, but it has little, it's spiral bound, and I was concerned about it getting like squashed. And you know, this went media mail, and she got it really fast. I'm like shocked, because I was really, you know, I was thinking about trying to fill the spirals. Like, I have previously sent something that was spiral bound, and I took a pin sorry. I took a pen that I had dismantled and slid it up inside of the spirals, so that way they were, you know, packed tight, so they weren't going to get bent. But this one was too small. Get bent. This one was too small for me to put anything in there, so I put it in a box, which seems like overkill, but she was happy. So I got my first 2-line feedback. Is that like a double rainbow? It's a double rainbow. Okay, so I had this ink. It was expired. I paid $1.99 for it at Goodwill, and I listed it last week. It sold right away. If you have expired ink, or you have ink that has a warranty that's out of date, you can't sell it on Amazon. Please don't sell it on Amazon. It is confirmed you cannot sell those on Amazon. Okay? Those are for eBay. So here it is. And make sure whenever you do your listings, put the expiration date in the title. Even if you have to take out a really important keyword. You know, if you've got some really long title to your thing and you have to take out an important keyword, take it out and put the expiration date in the title. Put the expiration date in the expiration date field, and put the expiration date in the thing. Like, put it as many times as you can. You don't want to get a, you know, people will be dumb and I didn't know it was expired. Well, I put it in the expiration date, but they claim they don't see it. So just put it as many places as you can. This sold really quickly. This apparently doesn't work. I thought I tested this. Maybe I didn't. because I have a kettle outside, like just sitting there. So my assumption was that I tested it a long time ago. I guess I didn't. The guy sent me an email day before yesterday, letting me know that he tried it and it didn't work. So stank. So I had to refund the money. Boo. I haven't had much luck with these kettles. They're worth good money, some of the electric kettles, but all the ones that I've gotten, either were really stained inside and I didn't notice, because you're supposed to brew hot water in them. You're not supposed to make tea inside of them, But I find them and they're all residued with, stain and stuff. They look gross. So I have to just throw them away. I can't do anything with them. And I, for some reason, forget to look inside of stuff sometimes when I'm at the store. So I was thinking sell the bases, but I guess I forgot to test it. I don't know. Whatever. Um, this is a headset adapter sold for $9.95. I part them all out. This is my listing. That is my listing. You can see this guy is selling the whole unit for $9.99. I sold just the adapter for $9.95. And I have sold these like just all by themselves, and I have sold these. This is like my fourth one of these. These are a relist of different ones that I found. I come across them. They're always $4.99 at the store is what I end up paying for the whole unit, and I part them out. I don't keep them together. And last is this. I paid 99 cents for this a really, really, really long time ago. And I sold them for $9.95 plus shipping. And that was all for my super spectacular sales extravaganza week. Whoa! Amazon is just as slow. I haven't sent anything in almost 2 months. 4 sales is what I had last week. Yep. I sold a phone case and one of the things I had bought from Home Depot. This was some hair or nail treatment, and this was, I can't remember. Nonetheless, not too exciting. Not the $5,000 sales I was doing in April, but that's okay because I'm not sending stuff in. I can't be mad. So anyway, enough about that because I'm not even worried about this. Next week is the end of my listing challenge, and so Wednesday I'm going shopping. So expect a haul video. I'm so excited, guys. I'm excited because I stuck it through. I actually listed. I have look. This is my little book. I have listings. Let me go back. Listings. Oh, come on, camera. Listings. All of that. I've been listing my butt off. I've never listed so many things in the entire time that I've been in business doing eBay. And so I'm excited because I'm going shopping. I'm going shopping debt free. I don't owe, so I have money. Like I have actual cash. I'm not going to have to, put it on a card or anything. B, I counted last night, and I have less than 40 listings, less than 40 items that I need to list to actually meet my goal. I am pretty much finished with my third shelf. I have 9 items that are left on that shelf, and then my fourth shelf was all appliances, so there's not that many on there. There's like two shelves full of appliances. So I'm totally almost there. I actually did it. I actually followed through. I didn't source, I didn't sit on my butt and not do anything, because I did that last year. Last year I took off of work. I had a job. I took off of work. I took a leave. Thought I was going to work on eBay, and I did absolutely nothing. Like nothing. I didn't do anything. I didn't get ahead at all. I actually am almost done. I'm really excited, and I can't wait for all the stuff that I'm going to buy, because you guys know I have access to such good products. There's 50 thrift stores here. There's 50 thrift stores here. I mean, come on. So I have no problem getting great items. And with my new shopping plan, basically I'm going to go out 3 times a week, and I'm going to hit like 2 to 4 stores in the morning. And then by the afternoon, I'm going to come back. I'm going to process this stuff, take the pictures, and then by that next day, have everything listed and everything will be up. And then rinse and repeat. That's my plan. 2 to 3 times a week. That's what I'd like to do. That's gonna, I just know I'm gonna make a ton of money. So the They Paid What videos coming in July and August, I believe, are gonna be awesome. I have like no doubt about it. And the haul videos I think are gonna be great because I know I'm gonna be much more picky about what I'm buying. I'm not gonna be picking up a bunch of crap. And anyway, so I'm very excited. So anyway, that became a really long video that should have been really short. It should have just been like, I sold some crap and bye. But anyway, alright, love you guys. I hope you're having a much better week than I did last week. Like I said, I don't blame eBay. I blame myself. The products that I'm putting out, they're not quality. It's just there. So, bye. Mwah.